Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Learn and Growing English, the podcast where you learn English and learn life lessons at the same time. Let me ask you, do you sometimes feel like there is not enough time? Like your day is full of things to do, but you still can't finish everything? Today's story is about that feeling. It is about time, life, and what really matters. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe so you can listen to more simple and inspiring English stories. Are you ready? Let's begin. One day, a teacher stood in front of his class. He had an empty glass jar. He also had some big rocks, small pebbles, sand, and a glass of water. He asked the students, "Is this jar empty?" The students said, "Yes." The teacher put the big rocks into the jar. The jar was now full of rocks. He asked, "Is the jar full now?" The students said, "Yes." The teacher smiled and said, "Let's see." He took some small pebbles and poured them into the jar. The pebbles fell into the spaces between the big rocks. "Is the jar full now?" he asked. The students laughed and said, "Yes, now it's full." Then he poured some sand into the jar. The sand filled the tiny spaces between the rocks and pebbles. The jar looked very full now. "Is it full now?" the teacher asked. The student said, "Yes, it's full for sure." Finally, the teacher poured water into the jar. The water filled all the remaining empty spaces. The jar was completely full. The teacher looked at the class and said, "This jar is your life. The big rocks are the most important things. Your family, your health, your dreams. The pebbles are other things, like your job, school, and friends. The sand is the small stuff, like watching TV, playing on your phone, or worrying too much. If you fill the jar first with the small things, like sand, you will not have space for the big rocks. But if you put the big rocks first, you can still add the small things later." 1. What are your big rocks in life? Think about what is most important to you: family, health, dreams. No. Do you sometimes fill your life with too much sand? Small things that don't really matter? Dantin, what can you do today to give more time to your big rocks? If you want, you can pause the podcast and say your answers out loud to practice speaking. Time is like the jar. Life is busy. But if you focus on what truly matters first, you will always have enough space for the little things. Thank you for listening to Learn and Growing English. Remember to subscribe. And if you enjoyed this story, please share it with your friends. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.